Hi, welcome back to me and mon ami, and well, as you'll see today, we're walking. And we're walking for a reason, because we're walking to the train station in Villefranche, because we're going to get the train to Nice, where we're going to spend the night in Nice's newest and strangest hotel. Well, it might only be March here in Villefranche, but there's people on the beach, the jammy devils. There's no beach for us, is there, Mr. Boo?
No, into the city.
Into the city, because we're headed to the iconic building, which is right up by Niceville railway station. So it's in a very interesting area of town. And it's a whole sort of modernist building that went up in the last few years that, I've got to be honest, I didn't warm to initially. But there is a Hilton Doubletree hotel in the centre of it. And who knew? We're going to go and check it out. And we're also going to check out that area. And maybe, just maybe, take you to a restaurant we have long wanted to go to. And that I've got a feeling may well be one of the most eccentric restaurants we've been to in Nice. So let's get on the train and hopefully not get pickpocketed and head to the iconic hotel. So what do you know about this hotel, Mr. Boo?
Well, it opened in July 2024.
Just had the 18 more rooms added this year, and so it's 120 rooms.
Ooh. And are we in the bridal suite?
We're in the honeymoon suite
With Twiggy?
with Twiggy.
Alright, and is it a swimming pool? Is it a gym?
There is a gym. There isn't a swimming pool.
Oh, that's not.
There's a bar and something space on the roof, which should have amazing views because you're up right at the top of Jean Médecin, so you've got the height. But yeah, no swimming pool.
Well, let's see what we make of it. So you realise when you get on this train from Villefranche just how quick it is to get into Nice. I mean, we're approaching Nice Gare station. 2 minutes that. 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30. And then add another 2 minutes, you're at Niceville. So this hotel that we're taking you to, whilst you might think, oh my goodness, it's right way back in Nice, it's actually 5 minutes from Villefranche. And of course, it being right next to the rail station, you can then get there on the train to Antibes, to Cannes, down to San Rafael, on to Saint-Tropez, and to Marseille, etc., etc. And then coming this way, of course, you go all the way to Italy, Ayamonton, Monaco. So, you know, it's pretty well located, even though you maybe, like me, would be a bit leery staying near a railway station. Then let's see. So here we are, Niceville station, and the deck, as I say, the iconic is right next door. And let's see what you make of it. So how quick is that from Nice to Niceville? If you get this train at the right time, if you drop for it on time, you really are here in about 5 minutes. And here is the wonderful old Belle Epoque rail station. Very familiar from photographs and stuff over the years. Beautiful station. And then next to it is this iconic hotel where we are going to spend the night. This is the iconic sort of shopping centre underneath the hotel, which I think we showed you very briefly in another video. And it had just sort of opened, and I sort of said it looks a bit grotty, and I don't know why. It's black. It doesn't really fit in with any of the other colours, any of the other buildings over here. And interestingly, this building over here, Mr. Boo, I think used to be the Hotel Terminus, that one there.
Are we?
And that's where Oscar Wilde washed up when he was on the run from his own life, really. And he, little known story, but he actually came down here and he checked into the Hotel Terminus, but unfortunately was recognised as the sodomite that he was. And and the poor guy was hounded out of the hotel. But, true story. Hotel Terminus. Let's hope the Doubletree by Hilton is a bit better. Mr. Boo's laughing at this restaurant that hasn't quite opened right next to the Hilton, the Theatre of Fish.
Theatre of Fish?
It certainly has, along with this rap music up here, certainly got everything going here. If you like Five Guys or Starbucks or all those things, they're all here, and there's even a Uniqlo at the end. And also near you've got a handy Monoprix, and of course you're right next to the tram stops, which will take you into Nice or to the airport, so it's pretty convenient. It's another pyramid. There's a theme developing on this channel. Pyramid of Stockport, Pyramid of Giza, now it's the Pyramid of Nice. So we've switched to the secret specs so we can show you what's really happening without annoying everyone and vlogging in people's faces. Apologies if they bounce around a bit. I know some of you complain that they bounce around, but you see, when you're wearing specs, if you don't look where you're walking, you fall over, and sometimes it involves doing that like that because you don't want to fall off the curb. Anyway, let's see what happens when we go in. Very glamorous lift, Mr. Boo.
That'll be me on Rooftop.
It will, looking glamorous. So the reception's on the 5th floor. So all checked in, and Twiggy's got a special present, hasn't she?
We've got a special cookie.
Oh,
She's got a welcome to our furry friends.
trust her as well, because she's quite a price, isn't she? €30 for Twiggy's stay. €30.
203.
I hope you're going to have a lot of complimentary coffees, Twigs, for that €30. But she can't go to the gym, can she? No. It's all very nice, look, all very themed in a sort of Riviera style. Nice, iconic photographs. Iconic photographs of Promenade Anglais, black and white, interesting. Good idea, I think. Quite nice. As I say, all the rooms have these little canopies in case it rains in. So we are going to try and show you this room properly, because sometimes we rush through room tours. We're not, because we're doing other things. We're on adventures. Well, Mr. Boo, show us round this extensive room. Well,
Do come in.
Room.
This is a standard king.
Standard king, not queen.
Not a queen. I like the rug, very tropical.
Very tropical.
I know who'd love that.
Very big bed, we like that. It's getting more and more standard now, big beds in hotels, isn't it? And they realise people love to have a little bit of space. Give it a bounce.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Is that quite nice?
That's quite nice.
Or are you just saying that?
No, it's really nice.
Is that nice?
She's
Okay.
really nice. Oh, yeah.
That's good. We'll establish the facts.
That's good.
And a sort of deco-y, echo-y headboard, velvet style, with some little reading lamps either side. Do these pop out? Do these pop out? Are they like a tease made? Look at that. Comes out and the light on it. Very nice, actually. Sockets either side. Anybody will trying to do any YouTubing in hotels will know that the sockets are very important. Similarly over here by the desk we've got another 2 and a couple of USB-C and USB-A charger sockets. More sockets on here for the tea and coffee. What have we got in the tea and coffee? In the mini bar thing. There's a safe and some cups and a tumbler for my whiskey. And mini bar? Is there a mini bar in here? Oh, no, it's got nothing in it.
Wow, they must have known.
They don't trust us. Just as well. And espresso machine, again, pretty standard now. I've seen people on these videos, they check the kettle, see how clean it is. Well, that's very, very clean. And of course, it's not always in French hotels that you get a kettle, although I think the international groups like this are much more kettle friendly.
Much more kettle friendly.
As they say. What's the view like out there, Mr. Is there a balcony?
There is not a balcony.
Oh.
There is a TGV outside.
So there's the TGV to Paris. So yes, I can't say the view is well, if you're a train spotter you'd love it. Friends of ours, Chris would love it.
Chris would love this.
Watching the TGV come in and out, but not the most glamorous view of the train station or the Rue Johnny Mathis up there, or Rue Mathis as we should call it. The prerequisite giant telly, which I confess I can't remember the last time I ever put a telly on in a hotel room. Can you? But I get that they put them in, and some people do. What's in here, Mr. Boo?
Swipe to open.
Oh look, it's got sort of old-fashioned rollers on the top. Oh, that's rather nice. What's that?
It's a mural.
It's a mural. Hilton would love that with the birds on. For the chatty guys, ooh, eight coat hangers. What's that? A steamer or a
steamer?
sex toy?
That's exciting. Oh, and this one opens.
It's a steamer then.
That's a steamer.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, and then some drawers in, and a brown bag if you've got air sickness. Probably to put your shoes in. You're washing. Put your washing in.
It's nice. I quite like that.
Is that another wardrobe there?
No, this doesn't open.
Oh, so it's just that. Just that. Okay, usual aircon, usual position above the door. Not the biggest aircon unit in the world, I wouldn't say, but you've a couple of them. This time of year we're not going to need it, but some of you will. Adjoining door, but I think that's for families.
I guess.
Have a look in the bathroom, Mr. Boo.
Oh,
this is rather nice. That's more than one was expecting, I think. Given the size of the room in there, the bathroom and the shower is very nice. I mean, I do think a lot of hotels now spend a lot of time thinking about the beds and the showers, don't you? Mm-hmm. If they're new builds, they're really going for it. And you've got some robes, which again, we're not in.
Slippers.
We're not in any sort of suite here. This is just a bog standard room. Twiggy's trying to break into the bag with the food in. Nice towels. Looking at it, nice sink areas. Iconic liquids. What's in this bag, Mr. Boo?
I bet it's the hairdryer.
Oh.
Hairdryer, in-room use only.
I don't think I shall be needing the hairdryer. Not since I've been shaving my head. I've got a head shave. I'm very excited about it. Saves me a lot of money going to the barbers, and I like it. It's not a Japanese toilet, but it's a very nice toilet. I think the bathroom is surprisingly nice. Nicely designed, spacious, even with a seat and with a robe. Unexpected, I would say there. More than you would have expected. Just saying that something we've noticed is that these sliding doors are really rather clever. They utilise very little space, and also they give you, I would say, a completely wheelchair accessible entrance to the bathroom. And similarly, they save space here with the wardrobe. So I think it's quite a canny decision to go slidey. We should say, for full disclosure, that we have had to pay for Twiggy €30.
30 euros.
And 30 deposit.
And 30 deposit.
In case she does a deposit, I imagine. We haven't actually paid for the room, but we haven't been gifted it by Hilton, so we're not obliged to be very nice to Hilton or anything. It was gifted by a friend of yours, wasn't it, for your birthday last year? And we literally have left this voucher till the very last minute because it's about to run out. So we thought, right, let's use it and take you to somewhere in Nice that you may wish to stay, and somewhere we were intrigued by. So I think overall this looks like a very nice room. It's got everything. It's not massive. The furnishings are nice. The parquet floor is nice. The view isn't so nice, but it seems very quiet. Can't hear the trains.
Well, I was just about to say.
There's the train going past. We will let you know about that obviously later in the video, and we'll give you a bit of pricing, and we'll give you a rundown on what we thought of it when we leave. But we're going to get Twiggy settled in, and then we're going to go out for some dinner, and we're going to take you to somewhere we have long wanted to go. We know nothing about it. We once parked outside it, didn't we? And when this looks the most eccentric restaurant we've ever seen, not least because doesn't it only open 3 days a week?
Yes.
Someone's very excited to be in the room, and that's because it's tea time for Twiggy and Germany. Oh no, that's springtime for Hitler. Come on, Twigs. Oh, I don't think you meant to eat it on the rug. Trust you to have to move it. What's your free cookie like, Mr. Boo?
It's nice. They heated it up at reception. I noticed they were doing something.
What, in a microwave?
Yeah, and look, it's all melty and magical.
How weird. These hotels.
Hey,
Don't miss a trick. I bet they end up with some chocolate on the sheets, Mr. Boo, with these cookies.
Oh
Honestly,
my.
I've got it everywhere. No twigs, it's terrible.
So I thought I'd do your favourite, a speed test of the Wi-Fi. And so I went to sign in, and you know, it's like you put your name, Mr. Boo, and your room number. And it comes up. So it is free Wi-Fi. You've got your standard guest internet for 7 days, perfect for checking web-based email, chatting with friends and reading the day's news and sports. Or you can pay an extra €4.95 for premium guest internet access, which is for faster downloads, high quality streaming video and an enhanced experience when using a VPN.
And how slow is the standard?
I'm going to connect to the standard now. It's fine, it's 80 download and 87 upload.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. Been a lot slower than that. Maybe if you pay the Uber one, you go through the roof.
Maybe.
Right, Mr. Boo and Twigs, let's go explore the public parts of the hotel. Let's go up on the roof, see what the view's like.
Let's go.
Right, up to the 5th floor. For reception, restaurant, bar, pesca, meeting rooms and fitness. And actually, I really like this bar area. It's really nicely designed, and I quite like the fact it just looks out into the traffic like this. It's urban, which is something we don't get in Villefranche. Oh, Mr. Boo likes that chair. And right up there you can see the old Regina Hotel where Queen Victoria stayed back in the day. Twiggy, you can't afford a cappuccino, it's €7. Wow, quite a view from the bar. Down onto Oscar Wilde's old terminus hotel, Mr. Boo. Poor old Oscar. But there's the bar, very nice. So this is the outdoor seating area, and there is a sort of, I guess, a plunge pool here. A cooling off pool, but you ain't going to do any swimming unless it's got one of those resistance machines. But it's not a bad roof, it's quite small. But the views are really interesting. I think 360 views of Nice essentially, but some would argue maybe not the most attractive bit of Nice, but it's interesting. So usual sort of pricing for cocktails, about €15 for most things, and beers, oof, €7 for a little beer and €12 for half a litre. Beer's always dearer than wine in France. Top tip, drink the wine. Spirits sort of €12, basic spirits. Bombay Sapphire 13, Hendrix 16, Beefeater 20. That's a lot for a gin. Yeah, I think we'll have our Monoprix drinks in the room. The soundproofing in this room is incredible. I'm not totally sure about these blue lights, which obviously light up the building, but do they? I suppose when you put your shut your curtains, they disappear, the proper curtains. Where are we going now, Mr. Boo?
Tonight we're going to
Where?
La Route du Miam.
Well, it's a disco exit to the Hilton Doubletree. I do think this thumping music on this little mall is dreadful.
It's horrible.
It makes no sense. It doesn't make sense for the hotel, which has so far been really nice. It's just tacky. Why? Why? I really am doing my best to like this, but I can't like this bit. I just can't. I've been through it daytime, I've been through it evening. It's just not working for me. But we're going to take you somewhere that's the direct opposite of this. It couldn't be more authentic, I think. So we're walking up to the Libération district of Nice, which is where we often go to the market up here. And it's just round the corner from the train station, sort of about a 10-minute walk. daytime there's really good food up here, lots of good restaurants, and the market's fantastic and it's very local. But this is where we spotted this restaurant many years ago when we parked outside it, so we're excited because we're finally going to make it to the duck restaurant. So we're here on Rue Molière.
Rue Molière.
Molière the playwright?
I guess.
I would guess. Molière, the great French Shakespeare.
French Shakespeare, not Molière the cleaner.
Well, you never know. And this is the little restaurant that we once parked outside. We couldn't now because they seem to have dug up the road. But take a look at what by day it's kind of shuttered up, but I was just fascinated by it. And I am so excited because I love weird restaurants, and I decided this was weird when I looked at the menu. Oh, Twiggy's made a friend. So take a look at this. So, you know, I know not everyone decides to stay in the Hilton Iconic and then come to the La Route du Miam.
So you asked me before, what does it mean, the Route du Miam?
Yeah.
And it means the road to yummy food.
No!
It means the road to yummy food. Miam miam is like the French yum yum. It's like the same noise, miam yum, yum
Like
yum.
yum yum kipper bang, ooh. So here we go, and these guys are thinking of going in. Maybe going in. It has, this is what excited us, how you can book for 8 and 10, and it's just odd. So let's see. Wow, absolutely charming welcome, and definitely quirky. Look at this, you don't see that very often. It's got its own spout.
This is me.
Oh, I just love this place. It's wild. Chin. And what have we got? Vaqueras. But the cheaper one she recommended, not the dearer one. Bless her.
2017.
Lovely. Oh, to be in a restaurant owned by humans, where the people who own it, run it, sell it, cook it. I mean, we may regret this, the food may be terrible, but I doubt it somehow. You definitely shouldn't come hungry because it's one of those really traditional French restaurants where the menu comes out table by table and it's served table by table. So the order you come in is the order you get served. And we were a bit hungry, but that's our fault, not theirs. Not seen a menu yet.
No.
But I'm not sure. I don't think there is one. Do we get what we give them?
I think there'll be an explanation of options, but yes.
The first is the typical like of the place of my husband is from. It's just a female which running in the grass and that get bigger. Understand?
I have no idea what we ordered. We ordered 2 ducks, not a pigeon.
2 different kinds of ducks. They also have pigeon and they had a lamb shank on one in.
Right.
And the one duck is done typical of where her husband is home. He's in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah.
And is stuffed with his grandmother. No, with his grandmother's recipe of stuffing. And the second, and it's a regular female duck that runs around in the grass. And the second duck is a mixed race duck that flies from somewhere else to that region outside Bordeaux, near Bergerac, which is where he's from.
Well, it's I'm beyond excited. That is to do. That is incroyable.
Let's go.
Merci. Merci. You've got farra, you've got duck, you've got potatoes and spicy stuffing, which we adore. Just taste it, Zigo.
That is a very nice duck. That is a very, very nice, very nice.
Is it?
Yeah. This is the crossed duck with the migratory birds.
Migration birds.
I think that's what she says. I don't really know how to explain. Look.
So the foie gras, Mr. Boo, tell us.
Well, it's homemade. He makes it himself. Again, according to his home recipe, and it's made with female ducks. And they are because because with the female ducks they don't force feed them. So it is a different. That's why I was saying it's skinny duck because they don't force feed them. Skinny duck, skinny foie gras, like a skinny latte.
I have to say, it is sensation. It's like nothing. I once had him about 20 years ago in Biarritz in a duck restaurant, and it is a bit similar to that. That's the only thing I can equate with it because there is nothing in these I've ever had that is remotely like this. Have you? Not even. No.
Wow.
The amazing thing is it's spicy. It's got a real kick, it's got a chili kick, and I have never expected that for a second in this restaurant. Somebody wants some duck. Unbelievable. And Twiggy wants some duck.
Twiggy.
I think the spice of Mr. Boo's managed to eat all this. I am still wading through and I'm too old for vast portions. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they brought us a lovely doggy bag because I can no way get through all mine. So they brought us this for 3 doggies the size of Twiggies.
It is heavier than Twiggy.
It is heavier than Twiggy. They are the most delightful couple. I mean, I just said to you know that we went in as strangers and we came out feeling like we're probably going to be invited for Christmas. And I suspect everybody feels the same because it's just utterly unique. 38 euros you said for the duck mains.
Yeah.
I mean, they are insanely big. Here's my doggy bag. It's fantastic. It is, it is not diet food. You have to go with a vast appetite. It is absolutely unique. The wine was superb that she recommended that was cheaper than the deer one, apparently. And the whole bill came to 115
euros.
With a bottle of wine, and there was endless digestifs offered that we resisted because we've had enough. But yeah, it's one of those places that I almost don't want to recommend because I don't want you to go. I do want you to go, but they're full, and it's remarkable. And it's not going to win a Michelin star. It's not that. It's one of those restaurants that you will never forget. Iconic by night. What do you reckon? Very futuristic, isn't it, Twigs? Up to bed, Twigs. After all that duck, look at your ducky doggy bag. Oh, ducky doggy. The road still. It is the best soundproofing in the world, this room. Did you sleep well?
I slept really well.
I slept fantastically well. It is such a comfy bed and really is probably the quietest hotel room I've ever stayed in. Ever. Anywhere. And it is right next to the motorway and the train station, so the soundproofing is off the charts.
And no noise from the corridor, no people.
No, I mean, maybe it's a bit quiet. There's not many people
There's
about.
A few people though, yes.
Yeah. How was your shower, Mr. Boo?
It was damn nice.
Very nice. This is another tribute to the Chatter guys because Colin's always going in the shower, isn't he? When he does their hotel reviews, he's always in the shower, Colin. On the Chatter Guys YouTube channel. But no, it's a lovely shower. Really lovely. I'd show you it all, but then we'd have to show you all of Mr. Boo and we'd get banned. We'd get sent away from YouTube.
So we got this to put on the door. But if we were going to put it on, we would have to leave it on permanently because she's always asleep. Time to wake up, Twiggles.
Where is she? She shouldn't be in the bed, I think. She's been in the bed all night. Where is she? Oh, look at her. She is so lazy.
Hello.
You are such a lazy girl. Oh, I don't want to get up either. You get to come for some breakfast. Yes, we're going outside because it's too dear, the hotel breakfast.
You okay? Did you have nice dreams? Yeah.
So, I don't think we're going to go to Starbucks or Eric Kaiser next door, do you? I think we'll find somewhere else. Well, Mr. Boo, in this place, there's a theme developing in this zone. People are so nice. So nice. And so chatty. We just had a huge chat about 2 hours with the owner of this place. And if the food's any good, we'll give you a nice plug of where it is, because it's very handy and it's very friendly and it's very reasonable. So we're going to have bread and jam and our cappuccinos, and we're just waiting for our omelettes. Here you go. Nice omelette. Lovely. Very light, isn't it? Floaty and cheese and hammy. And all this for €9.50, Mr. Boo. What was the price of the breakfast for the hotel?
25 if you booked early, otherwise it's 29.
29. That's quite a lot for breakfast. There you go, Mexican cafe breakfast for €2.19. Highly recommended on Rue Assalit, near the rail station. And just for reference, the cafe right next to the hotel, an omelette is €12. Then you've got your coffee, another €4, then your bread and jam. It'd be a €20 touch. Quite a good little gym here with a good view. Gym with a view. Still have to do the work though. Well, Mr. Boo, tell us what that room would have cost if we'd actually paid last night.
In this start of March period, it is €169, 199 if you pay for the dog as well.
So yeah, extra €30 for the dog. And then of course breakfast, another 25 each if you were going to do that. What did you make of it overall?
I really enjoyed it actually. It was a real surprise.
I have to say, yeah, we were like going, why are we going to stay at the railway station in Nice? This seems crackers. I mean, I have to say, the room is great.
The room is great.
Really great. The bed is superb. The soundproofing's excellent. And you know, you could do an awful lot worse than staying there location-wise. Now, in summertime, peak times as well, it can be like 400 a night.
It goes up to 450 for the Grand Prix, and in August, I think the most expensive room is the standard room rather is €479.
Yeah, I mean, then I'm not saying it's not worth it. I struggle to pay that for any hotel room. 200 feels a lot to me, let alone 400. But overall, I think we were very pleasantly surprised, and if you could get it at that price, I think it's a pretty good deal, and you are right next to the railway station and you can go anywhere on the Riviera. And of course you could even go to that amazing duck restaurant, unforgettably eccentric, and the loveliest of people. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this little staycation. If you have, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and please think about buying us a coffee, help to pay for Twiggy's accommodation. But most of all, folks, remember, stay charged.
Bye.
Bye.